Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's week 6 in the NFL. The Buffalo Bills are 4-1. We've been gone for the last couple of weeks. I've been on a ship. DJ was here doing a show a week or so ago. With Slick Willie Jones and the cast of thousands. From the B.B.I.N. studios in beautiful downtown Red Creek. We're actually out of the outskirts of Red Creek. But anyway, I'm Daryl Ball. Welcome to the B.B.I.N. pregame report or midday report, whatever the hell we call it. Anyway, good evening. Welcome to the show. Welcome me back. I'm glad to. I'd like to say I'm glad to be back, but that would be a lie. I was having a lot more fun out in that ship. Just so you know, I had a great time. Thanks again to my kids, because that was the time of my life, and I'm not sure when we're going to be going again, but quiet on the set, please. Anyway, we had a great time and saw some country and enjoyed the ship. This ship was incredible, I'm telling you.
It was big.
Did get to see a little bit of the Patriots Bills games on the ship, for what that was worth. But then last week, I got to hear a play-by-play walking around New York City. What's wrong?
That was me.
Because DJ was, of course, walking around New York City like this, so it was a lot of fun.
That's
but anyway,
2 years in a row.
That's 2 years in a row. I've had to watch him almost get killed by cars and stuff. Because of course, in New York City, people really care.
Really nice when you get on a subway and lose
service. And we lose service, because we were right towards the end of the game. We kept losing service, and DJ was like. But anyway, it worked. We came out on top, 14-7, and there again, the Bills are doing great. I'm happy with where we are. We're 4-1. We could have very easily beat the Patriots. We could have easily been 5-0.
We'd be the only undefeated team in the AFC.
We had them on the ropes and basically didn't put our foot down. But que sera, we gave them a scare, and we actually gave them the worst tussle they've had this year.
Oh God!
Nobody else has even really come close to giving them a hard time. So
and they get to play the Jets next month.
And they get to play. Their schedule is like pitifully easily.
I mean, that's been their schedule. That's why they've won so much.
Exactly.
They have 6 wins every year. They have the worst division in football.
They play the worst division in football, but this year we could, I don't know, we could maybe top one. But anyway, I could go on and on about the Bills. I could go on and on about my cruise, which was, again, fantastic.
Yeah, I can't even remember the Bills game very well. There was a couple of high points I want to talk about. Obviously, the defense.
The defense played.
Apparently, all the analysts are saying that was Josh Allen's best overall game.
Yeah.
Which, that's hard to believe for me, but
23-32.
Yeah, he put up 14 points and he threw a terrible interception again. I don't understand how it was his best game.
It happens.
I would say last year
Gunslingers have been throwing interceptions.
New York was his best game ever.
Well,
you're playing a top 10 defense.
I was going to say, you got to look at stats.
I swear to God, every defense this year is a top 10 defense.
There's a lot of good defenses out there.
The Packers are a top 10. Everybody's a top 10 defense.
We're watching the Packers and the Lions, and the Lions really jumped right out to a 13-0 lead, and it's about to be 14-13 Packers, because the Packers are going to have rubber in their nose in it.
10.
Oh, it's
13-10.
13-10. They don't stand a Chinese chance, But anyway, that's the way this game is going. I'm kind of out of practice because I'm telling you, I'm used to people feeding me and putting a napkin on my lap and eating steak and lobster and turning my bed down for me and really just kind of a carefree lifestyle.
Did you have to wipe?
I did have to wipe, but that was the one. It was one of those drawbacks, but all in all, it was a great time, and I did do a report from the ship, and the phone just shut off, so you won't have any scores.
Oh, yeah.
You got it. And anyway, yesterday we ventured down to Naples for our annual picnic. Great day, one of the best days we've had in quite a few years.
So glad it wasn't Saturday.
It was beautiful out. It was a little cool with the breeze, but all in all, the sun shined all day. It was nice. We had a good football game. I threw 6 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions.
I died.
DJ died. I don't know who else died. Josh has got a big fat finger. But all in all, we had a good time.
I wish I knew how many touchdowns I had, but I lost count.
Yeah. The star of the show really was was Cameron.
Yeah, it was Cameron.
Cameron was that's Sean's son. Cameron came out and said he didn't know how to play football.
Never played football before.
Caught a couple of beautiful long touchdown passes. I threw him a couple of bombs that he caught.
I was like, oh, he's gonna drop it.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah, right. He goes right in the end zone. He had a really great time, and he was really the star of the game. The part of the game I played, I would have had to give him the game ball.
The final score was really low too. A lot of defense. It was like what, 63 to
56 to 49.
56 to 49.
First one to 60 wins.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was 63 to 56.
Yeah, I like I say.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway, we had a good time. A lot of good food.
I had 4 sandwiches.
It was a lot of good stuff to eat, and we had a really good day. So. I'm going to let DJ go around unless you want to talk more about the Bills game. I don't know.
I don't remember. It was a week ago. Wasn't that special? I just remember the defense was good.
We won. That's
it was
all
like every other game this year. I thought our defense is going to play lights out and our crappy offense is going to end up blowing it for us, but it didn't happen. We held on. This week, Thursday night. Will, would you like to talk about this?
No, not at all.
Giants and Patriots, 35 to 14.
Close game. Yeah, close game.
That should have been a lot closer.
It was close for a while.
Giants gave it up twice in the red zone.
Last night's game sucked. Steelers and the Chargers thought it was going to be a blowout one way.
And it was a blowout the other way.
But then the Chargers came back and made it, 24 to 17?
Yeah.
That was kind of an odd game. I didn't watch any of it because I was watching.
I watched the beginning of it, and then once they threw that backward pass that they ran in for a touchdown, I was like, yep, that's the end of that.
The Broncos shut out the Titans 16 to nothing. They're both 2-4. The Jets got their first win of the season yesterday against the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh God, that made my day. Yeah,
24-22.
it was Jerry's birthday, and you all know how much I love Dallas, so it just made my day. That's what, 3 in a row they've lost.
Yeah, they were 3-0. Now they're 3-3.
They're 3-3. Yeah, they've lost 3 in a row. So.
And who do they? I think they play
Eagles next
Sunday
night.
That could be bad.
Fun.
Yeah, that could be.
Cardinals beat the Falcons 34 to 33. The 5-0 49ers beat the Rams 20 to 7. Same thing. Rams are 3-3.
Yeah.
The Ravens are.
It's time for me to go to bed.
The Ravens beat the Bengals 23 to 17. Cincy still doesn't have a win. Seattle came back to beat the Browns 32 to 28. The Saints beat the Jaguars 13 to 6. So Teddy Bridgewater is 4-0, and that's my Super Bowl pick right now. If I had to pick a team to win the Super Bowl, I'd say the Saints because they have their backup quarterback.
I'm picking anybody because really early in the season and anything can happen. So really,
Titans beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs have lost 2 straight.
Texans.
The Texans, the other Houston team, beat the Chiefs 31 to 24. So the Bills are the number 2 team in the AFC. You got New England undefeated, and then the Bills 4-1.
It's not how you start; it's how you finish.
Vikings beat the Eagles 38 to 20, and the Redskins got their first win or the first one of the season. I can't talk.
No, I noticed that. Did you hurt your tongue yesterday playing football?
I heard it on that freaking mac and cheese. Burned the heck out of it. The end of it's done. I'm tripping over it. Who'd they beat? The Dolphins. So the
Dolphins. In all honesty, the Dolphins could have tied.
Yeah, they went for.
They went for the win. The Dolphins went for the win and lost. So.
Oh, and the Panthers beat the Buccaneers 37 to 26. So the Panthers are 4-0 without Cam Newton. I think he's going to be looking for a job. I think he should be looking for a job.
I don't think he's anything special. I never have. But
more importantly than all of this, for a small portion of the football season, baseball takes front and center again. Yanks and Houston are tied 1-1 after 2 games in Houston. We took game 1, 7-0.
Should have taken game 2.
Last night,
yes.
but we left them in.
But we went into extra innings, and we all know how good the Yanks do in extra innings.
Lost 3-2 last night.
Yeah.
I sat up. I almost fell asleep multiple times. I wish I would have. That's where I'm going next. The Sabres are 5-0-1 on the season, which is a big surprise to me because I just never think they're going to be very good. And they won 4-0 today against Dallas.
That's fantastic.
That's all I got. Syracuse lost again.
Yeah, they just suck.
They really
period.
suck.
Yeah.
It's like the same old Syracuse. I thought they were good for
Yeah,
once.
we
but-
did. We thought they were going to be good.
Let's rank
Yeah.
Syracuse so they really suck all year. If we would have been unranked, they'd have been good.
One of the highlights of the trip, and there were many highlights of this trip we just took. We went to Halifax, and while in Halifax, I got to go into the Maritime Museum in Halifax, and I stood in front of an actual piece of the grand staircase from the Titanic. I've got a picture of one of the actual deck chairs from the Titanic. For me, being a big Titanic fanatic, if you can see the back of the bar here, there's stuff here about the Titanic, whatever. I've always been a
And goofy.
huge fan, not a fan, very interested in the Titanic. And people in Halifax found that kind of interesting that people on cruise ships would be that interested in the Titanic. But we are, and it was fascinating, and for me to stand there was just cool. I mean, I just really enjoyed it. There were so many high points to this trip. I got to see where the Liberty ships that basically helped win World War II were built. They were built in Portland. Dad came home on a Liberty ship. So it was a cool trip for me. I really enjoyed myself. Me and Mary were pampered. We ate lobster and steak. It was just a fantastic trip. And again, I thank my kids. It was truly the trip of a lifetime.
No, I want to go on a cruise.
So much so that we've already signed up for another cruise. So, and it'll never be as good as this one. We know that, but we just enjoyed it
If you
that
win the
much.
lottery and be able to afford an Alaska one, I bet it would.
Yeah, well, like I say, there's many places I'd like to go, and we'll figure that out. But anyway,
John's
huh?
watching? John's watching? John, why don't you come out for a game, you jerk?
Yeah.
John Bear's watching.
John Bear, how's it going, John? Anybody else watching? Nobody else is watching.
Becca.
Fan.
Yeah, we got one fan. Well, hey, what are you gonna say?
Becca's watching.
Becca's watching. Thanks, Becca. My touch hole of the week.
I'm dying.
Are you okay?
No, I'm really warm.
Really?
My back really hurts.
My touch hole of the week goes back to New York City. There was a guy. We're waiting to get on a bus, and we don't know what we're doing, of course, because we're tourists. And there's a guy waiting to get on a bus, and we finally came off the bus because we found out we had to have part of our passes. We had to have money on the passes. But anyway, as we get off the bus, the guy's doing one of these. He's doing one of these, like he's in a big rush. Now, the bus isn't going to go anywhere until everybody's on the bus anyway. And I get it, we're holding up some people, but it's like, in all honesty, you morons, if not for us tourists, most of you wouldn't be able to make a living in New York City. So it really ticked me off. I was really not in a very pleasant mood at that point, and DJ can vouch for that. I was ready to kill someone, and I'd had my 4 days in New York at that period of time, and I was pretty much fed up with it. So I found out that's pretty much my time in New York. 3-4 days, and then people there get real annoying. So
Corey Miller's watching.
What about
Who is?
Corey Miller.
What about
Corey, how's it going, Corey? Hope to see you at a game if I get up to a game this year.
I'll see you in a few days, Corey.
See you in a few days, Corey.
What about when our subway broke down? And then the lights started dimming.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Subway broke down.
Yeah. The subway breaks down, the lights go out, then the lights come on, then the lights go out, and then the door
doors
starts.
open and
Open and
close.
close,
And
open and close,
open
open and close. Now, does the dumb moron that's driving the subway come on and say, get off the subway because it's broken?
She
No.
let us sit there for
She
like
let us sit
15
there for
minutes.
15, 20 minutes. And finally, she comes on and says, well, the car is disabled or something,
Yeah.
and you'll have to leave.
So then we became from an express train to a local train.
To a local
so
train.
We stopped at every single stop.
Oh, and that's right. That's my real touch hole.
Yeah, that
This
guy.
is my real touch hole. I forgot about him. I'm in the back of this train. We're on a train. We're sardines.
Oh, we were real
And of
bad.
course, they
We're
come
already
onto the train to
claustrophobic.
talk to you. That's what you hear.
And she couldn't speak English.
So I turned and I said, you'd think in this day and age, they could actually have a communication system on this subway
what he
that
said.
worked. And the guy speaks up in the back and goes, well, these are old cars. And I said, well, here's an idea. Let's upgrade them. And he says, well, that costs money. And I said, well, let me tell you something. All my freaking money from upstate comes down to this scumhole city. So take some of my money and buy some new subway cars that actually have a speaker so you can hear what the stupid bitch is saying on the freaking thing.
He didn't like that.
He didn't like that.
He-
I didn't care.
He's the same
He's just
one.
lucky I wasn't carrying my gun.
He's the same one. Did you hear him when he got on?
No.
Excuse me, and just plowed through everybody to get to the back. I think he was like claustrophobic and wanted to get to an open area. I'm like, you're not fine.
I could have given him an open area. I would have opened the door and thrown him out. The moron.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a better touch hole.
Yeah, that's he is my true touch hole. And there again, that's everybody in New York. I love New York City, but everybody's in a rush. They're all in a rush. They spend their whole freaking lives in a rush. It's like, really slow down,
And they hate the fact that you're there to just enjoy their
Exactly. They hate the fact that we're there, and of course, most of them wouldn't have a job unless we were there. So they're always in a rush. They're in a big rush. Horns, beat the horns. I love that. Beat the horns. They beat the horns and everything. Ah! Like anybody pays attention to a horn.
Don't, 'cause you
Basically,
hear it
they wouldn't pay any attention to gunshots. You could stand on the street corner, shoot somebody, nobody'd even look the other way. They were like, whatever that was. They don't care. So really, anyway, go to New York. It's a fun place. That's pretty much all I have. My blood pressure's high, and now you know why I enjoyed the cruise. So anyway, the music means nothing. I got to that song and I like the song.
I can't even remember what it is.
It's what was it? Was it Teach Your Children?
Yeah, it says you who are on the road. I thought maybe
Yeah,
you picked it 'cause
it's
you were
Teach Your
traveling.
Children.
Oh,
No.
this one's upside down. They're all upside down.
They're all upside down. Anyway, we had a great time. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Go Bills!
Oh, down in the walls.